1 second.
Says live on the top. Oh, shut up, phone. I've turned the sound off this phone, but it's still going. I don't know why.
Okay.
Ignore it, it'll go away.
Hello and welcome everyone to our third and final call for COP26. I'm Sarah Kerr, I'm PF President, and this is Anne Edward, our wonderful Environmental Officer. Anne, over to you.
Hello. I wouldn't say I was wonderful, Sarah. I wrote a little prayer for the beginning of COP, and I just want to read it again, just to remind everybody that we put our thoughts into COP, and we sincerely hope that something good would come out of it. Okay, so my prayer for COP was, Great Mother Earth of the land, sea and sky, we thank you for all the wonders you give us. Forgive us for causing you pain, and let us protect you and nurture you once again. We hope that leaders from all countries are able to work together in harmony towards this common goal. We hope that those leaders are given the time needed to allow you to heal yourself. Let us all help heal your wounds with our love, thoughts, deeds, actions in our everyday lives. We light a candle not to mourn the death of the dying earth, but the path of our healing and the beginning of a better world. And there we have it.
Thank you, Anne. I light my candle now.
I've already lit them on.
So I think it's fair to say that we're all a little disappointed at the outcome of COP26. Would you like to elaborate?
Would I like to elaborate? Yeah. Okay, so basically in the world today, there are 195 countries, different countries. 193 of them belong to the United Nations. 2 of them don't. And at COP, they basically wanted to look at deforestation, gas emissions, and they hope that we could all work together to help the developing nations to do something about their coal and climate emissions. Okay, so what actually happened? On deforestation, 100 world leaders promised to end or reverse deforestation by 2030, which included Brazil, which is a big one really, because obviously the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil.
Yes.
And we need to save it. We need to, and we so desperately need to reject products with palm oil in them.
Yep.
Because a lot of the deforestation is done because they're planting palm oil trees, and palm oil trees aren't any good. Anyway, so going on to coal. Well, they've said they might. Well, they said they will work to not use so much coal, not need to dig for so much coal. But I'm not optimistic, to be fair. However, However, surprisingly enough, China and the US said they would work together on this one, which is quite a big thing, really, because China and the US haven't been friends for a long time, have they? But at least they've agreed in principle to phase out coal production. The other one that they've talked about, they're saying they're going to cut down on methane gas emissions by 30% in the next 10 years. Methane's invisible, you can't see it, you can't smell it, but it's a big contributor to global warming and comes from all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. Quite a lot of it's from cattle. I know this is a very sore point, but I'll just pop this in there just to if as a whole world we went vegan, we'd get rid of 75% of methane emissions. That's a hell of a lot, isn't it?
It is.
Just something to think about. I know a lot of people can't or won't cut their meat eating down, but they really need to think about it.
Even if people went meat free one day a week, it would be a big help, wouldn't it, Anne?
I was going to say it'd be a start.
Yeah.
It'd be a start. Anyway, and the next COP is in 19. What am I talking about? In 2022, and it's going to be held in Egypt.
Okay.
And that's it, really. It was all a bit sad. There was a lot of hot air about, not a lot, really.
Yeah, which is quite disappointing, isn't it? We need more decisive action.
I was going to say we need to globally do something. Yeah. Not this country here and that country there, but everybody.
We've got to come together, haven't we?
We all live on this one planet, and we all need to love her and respect her and
absolutely
do everything we can to help her. And we're not. Simple. We're just not doing it. And our lifestyles today are such that people want a lifestyle that is basically unsustainable these days. And not only are we wanting more, we have more and more consumerism. We have more and more babies. We need to think about possibly population control. That's a big one, but I apologise. As a mother with 3 children, I don't necessarily practice what I preach, but it's something that people need to think about. You go to a country like Ethiopia, the average family size is 8 children. But because they're poor and they don't have a welfare system like we do.
And poverty is that cycle thing, isn't it? The environmental state feeds into poverty.
And their babies do not survive. The infant mortality rate is enormous.
Yeah. Okay. So this is our 3rd call. What would we like to happen from here?
I'd like to bang a few heads together, be fair. I'm absolutely disgusted that Boris Johnson didn't actually stay at the conference. He buggered off halfway through and came back. The guy who was the chair of it at the end, Sharma, can't think of his first name. Anyway, he was almost in tears that it didn't be as as progressive as they hoped it would be. And therefore perhaps his tears might have not fallen completely on stony ground, and it's given people the thought to think what we're doing and why we're doing it.
We do hold some of the power, don't we?
We do
people, we hold quite a lot.
One of the things we need to do that's also very controversial, and I apologise, is we've recently cut our aid budget to third world countries, and it's with that aid that developing countries can do something. Without, at the end of the day, they need the money. They really need the money, and although they won't or they tend to tell you this quietly, government, but we're